I'm Shamarko Thomas, strong safety for the Pittsburgh Steelers. I started playing football when I was 4 and a half, because all my cousins and my uncles played it, and that's all we had to do. And we played all our sports, baseball, football, but I fell in love with football because of contact. First, I was born in Shamarko, Illinois. My mom had me when she was 15, so she couldn't take care of me at first, so I lived with my grandma on my real dad's side. So I was not being around your mom at a young age. My grandma raised me and stuff, seeing her every once in a while she'd come over and play with me and stuff. When she was 18, we moved to California. She kind of got me from my grandma. So we moved to California and just seeing what my mom went through, working full time at McDonald's and going through her struggles like any single mama would. Waking up early in the morning, coming home the next morning, and just me seeing that made me just like, I gotta work hard and stuff. And she met my dad in California. He was in the Navy, my stepdad, and so he was like a father figure to me. Not at first, because I didn't know how to love a man at first, so it was kind of tough on me because I seen all the other dudes that did stuff to my mom, and seeing him come in my life and trying to show me love was like, man, I don't know you. So it was kind of hard at first, but a couple of years later, we became closer. Then we became with football too, because he used to always be best with me. Shamarko, he scored 5 touchdowns, I give you $20 for every touchdown. So I was like, man, I'm gonna go like 10 touchdowns trying to get money. And that draws us closer because I love football and he loves football. From Cali to Pensacola to Virginia, I used to get in a lot of trouble. And now it's all going away again. My mom, back to being single, working at McDonald's, so I started getting back in these streets. I was still playing football my freshman year. I was a freshman first. I was the only freshman to make varsity that year. And my coach said, Shamarko, why? Coach Scott was like, why you always in trouble? I said, Coach, I don't know, but I was in the streets fighting. I used to fight with my friend named Neiman. We used to always be in the streets, falling on each other. And one day, we got in a big fight after school. Officer Bernstein called us. He was like, what you doing? I was like, man, I was gonna work out. Then he found out later I got into a fight. One morning he came in there and talked to me. He was like, Shamarko, you gotta change your life. I seen a lot of athletes with not with your ability, not maybe because being in the streets, falling in the wrong crowd and stuff. And that day, I thought I was gonna change. I thought he got in my head, but I didn't change. And the day I really changed was when my mom told me she was doing things I wouldn't respect. I respect it, but I don't. I mean, she used to sell her body for us, to feed us and stuff. And that day, it was over for me. Like my mindset was like, forget football. I'm about to get in the streets and do what I gotta do to feed my family. I told my mom that. I told her, I said, I don't want to play football anymore. I want to take care of you and my family. I see, if you gotta do all this, then I gotta help you. I gotta be a man step up. So she called my coach. Coach Scott came to the house. It was like 1 o'clock in the morning. I was asleep. And my mom was like, Coach Scott, it's 1 o'clock in the morning. Why is he at my house? And he just sat down and talked to me like a man. And I remember that night he was like, Shamarko, he was like, you remember what you always told me? He was like, I was like, yeah, my mama told me I was the chosen one. And he was like, so, I mean, why not be the chosen one? I was like, what you mean? He said, be different. I remember, be different. He said, be somebody different. Stop being like everybody else. Be somebody different. He said, be a leader, not a follower. And he used to tell me, he was like, you want to take care of your family, right? I was like, yeah. He said, how you going to do that? I was like, man, I'm about to get in these streets. He said, I ain't going to take care of your family permanently, man. It's going to take care of it for a little bit. Then my other coach came, 3 o'clock in the morning. Coach McDowell came and talked to me, gave me the same speech. And after that day, I just changed my whole life around. I seen things different. I felt like somebody believed in me, man. Like Coach Scott was my father figure. He believed in everything I did. So he used to come get me 6 o'clock in the morning, do work, homework, even though school wasn't my thing. Come up, do homework, try to study, because studying wasn't my thing either. And he just pushed me in everything I did. Even in his class, he used to make me read. Even though I wanted the first person to raise my hand for reading. He said, Shamarko, you want to be a leader, you got to be a leader in everything. And He just brought my mentality to be a leader, and that's what I did. He didn't care about me as Shamarko as a football player. He cared about me and Shamarko as a person, and I respect that, so I just changed. My high school experience was just a lot. Coach Scott started getting me in scholarships. I started doing good my sophomore year. It was all Tidewater, all everything, all state, and all 3 of my years I was all everything. So going into my senior year, Coach Scott used to tell me, dude, like, you go there, just know what you focus on. And when I got to college, my life changed fast. As a freshman, you think college is fun and all that stuff, so I was partying, doing everything everybody else was doing, and I wasn't getting off the task I came in for. Because Coach Scott told me before I left college, he said never lose focus on what you're there for. And my goal was to get to the NFL. So I was sitting down one day, I'm with Brandon, and I asked him a question. I'm like, why am I here? He said, what you talking about? We're in the middle of a party. Why are you asking me this question? I'm like, no, for real, man. Why am I at this party? I said, I came in for one goal to make my dreams come true and take care of my family. Matter of fact, you just reminded me that day, I wanted to go run at 2 o'clock in the morning. It was snowing, cold, everything. I just ran around. It's called South Campus. I'm just running, thinking about my life. And I was like, Shamarko, you want to be different, you got to make yourself different. And after I got in the house, man, I just sat in my room and just prayed. And I was like, God, show me the way. And he did. My grind and my mentality was different than everybody on my team. I try to work hard. My mentality is to work harder than everybody. I work everybody because I'm not the biggest. I'm not the fastest, even though I think I'm the fastest. And I'm not the most athletic, but I mean, hard work beats talent when it's not working. So my mentality is I work everybody. I have to wake up 5 o'clock in the morning, go running before I work out to school. Just train my boy up like no other. And everybody used to laugh at me. Shamarko, you work too hard, you do all this stuff. And I was like, one day y'all gonna see why all this work pays off. And one day they did see. There was a lot of trials and tribulations in that sophomore year. One of my sophomore year, I pulled my hamstring. And I'm like, dang, I worked this whole summer and I'm pulling my hamstring and everything ain't going my way. Then on top of that, my dad passed, my stepdad. And I'm like, dang. Me and my dad was going through all this beef and we didn't get to talk like that. And now he's gone and I can't say I love him. So I remember that day like it was yesterday. I was laying in bed. I just woke up. I feel all these text messages. My mom comes like, your dad passed. I remember I just dropped the phone and went for a run. Went for my mom. And then at my mom's funeral, I couldn't walk in the room. And they asked me, like, Shamarko, we want to talk. I don't want to talk. Then I looked at my cousin. He said, I'm going to with you. And I got on the stage and I couldn't talk at first. I was like, man. And that's when my coaches came in. Maroon, Schaefer, and the assistant coach came in there. And when I seen David, I broke down the crowd in his arms. Nobody even knows this. He's been there through everything, man. He knows everything about my life. He's been there. At that moment, man, I was like, this is reality now. I gotta step up and be a man. First day, I went to go see Justin. Justin get drafted, but he didn't get drafted on the first day. So we went for the second day. I was supposed to get drafted on the second day, me and Justin. Justin got drafted, I didn't get drafted, so I was hot. I was very excited. I walked down everybody, my family, everything. I just walked down and left. And third day, we came to the house. I was cool. I got some phone calls. People calling like, oh, I'm about to draft you. But you don't listen to that type of stuff because they say they draft me, they draft somebody else. So we in the crib, and Brandon and I was like, let's pray. So it was me, Brandon, my girl, Officer Bernstein, Pops, Pops, their friend's mom, my husband, and we started praying. And as soon as we got into this prayer, like, she said, God, something. She said something. The phone rang. The phone rang. It was like, I was like, 412. Yeah, like this coach from this Pittsburgh store, and my heart dropped. And it was like, yeah, we'll be drafting you. And then I look up, and you see the pick come in. Shamarko Thomas was drafted from Pittsburgh store, and I was just crying. I wasn't crying because I was crying because it was a dream come true, but also I was just crying because I can finally say I made my parents cry. I made it. I told them I was gonna make it, and I made it. And it was just a blessed day. I was excited. Went fishing. Went fishing and just enjoyed my day, man. I was the happiest day of my life. And the memories you can't take away. My big inspiration was my mom. My mom, man, she motivated me in all type of ways. Just the way she worked, man. She worked tremendously hard, man. Like I said, she worked from the morning to the next morning. And that just motivated me to get on my mind. If she can work this hard for this little bit of money, I can work this hard for a lot of money. So I just used her as motivation. The things she went through, man, seeing her cry at night. Like, sometimes she didn't see her cry, you know what I mean? But I think that really touched my heart. Like, man, she really struggling, and she busting the butt for her family, man, at McDonald's. You know what I mean? Everybody knows McDonald's ain't paying that much money to raise 4, 5, 6 kids total. You know what I mean? So just seeing her crying and in pain just motivated me, man. She was my inspiration. She taught me a lot, man. She used to tell me, work hard till your hands and feet fall off. That was my mentality, man. Work hard till my hands and feet fall off. And she used to always tell me, like, when I came in her room one day, and she was crying. I mean, she was doing the whole world in here. Like, I ain't never heard her cry this much before, and she was like, nah, I give up. I give up. She was talking to the Lord. She was talking to everybody. I don't know. I'm like, I give up. I give up. Somebody tell me, I'm like, what's she talking? So I get up out my bed, and I see her crying on her knees. I'm like, what's wrong? She was like, I give up. I give up on what? I told her, I said, Mom, you don't give up, but I'm gonna take care of you. She was like, I always knew you was my chosen one. She was like, and I believe I know you're gonna take care of me. That day, man, I just gave me that extra motivation to work 10 times harder. I mean, you look at kids nowadays, I mean, the kids that get in trouble and into these crimes and violence and street drugs, they don't got nobody. They don't got nobody. They got a mom, probably don't care, or a dad that don't even care about them. So they don't know who to turn to, and they turn to these streets because that's all they know. So I feel like Miss Olive, Coach Scott, Officer Bernstein, even Brandon's mom and Brandon's dad, and they helped me out a lot, man, just to keep me focused. Like, you're not perfect. Nobody's ever gonna be perfect. Like I had mess up still, I had slip up, doing stuff, but when you slipping up, you got somebody to tell you, get in your ear, tell you, get back to focus. And I feel like that's what every kid, every grown person, because kids ain't the only ones that's doing bad out here, man. I feel like grown people need some talking to. Grown people need some talking to. Like for instance, like I was partying, major partying, like going to clubs and J&B's, back to back. Like it was like on the street. Like you know what I mean? I'm about to get drafted. I don't care about nothing. I'm chilling. And something happened at the beach. It was over. Somebody, they got an argument and all this stuff, shooting all this. I was like, man, this ain't for me. This ain't my life. This not my life at all. And that day I'm like, and then you hear from your mentors like Bernstein, like, stay off these streets. Shamarko, you don't need to be out there, Shamarko. I mean, you got a lot more to lose than everybody else. You like, yeah, man, it's just a party. But seeing them fire shots and all that stuff, and then going on back to my sophomore year, nobody know about. It was my sophomore and freshman year. And me and David Boxfield went to a party. We went to a club, the Cave, man. I don't know why we went in there. I don't know why. And it was like you know, I mean, you come from college, people jealous of you, people know my name, and we get to the parking lot, we were with my friends, and these dudes from Newport News caused some stuff. Dude punched David, we got into a big fight. But I remember a couple weeks before that, Officer Bernstein and them told me, and Tom was like, don't go down the beach, Shamarko, you got a lot to lose. And I threw it off. He was like, and he told me, he was like, think about it, you get in a situation, you don't want to get in trouble. I'm like, man, I ain't gonna get in trouble. So we got in the fight, and I was getting in the fight, and I was the one who got arrested. And it was crazy because I was on the ground like, out of all these people that was fighting, I got tasered and arrested. I'm like, they right, man. This ain't the spot for me, and that's why I say you need support staff, man, just to keep going straight and narrow, man. Because if you don't got them, you'll be lost. You'll be just thinking like you can do anything, and anything will happen to you. I started. It was funny. Me and David Byfield started in his car. It was at what's that? Chick-fil-A. We were just talking. He was like, Shamarko, I know you're gonna make it. We just in high school. I know you're gonna make it, but we gotta get back to these kids. We gotta help these kids, man, figure out their way of life, man. Like, cause me and Bob, we always talk about kids. Like, it really wasn't about me making it to the NFL. It was about me just showing kids, like, whatever you want, you can get it. You gotta have a strong mentality, man. I feel like you gotta believe in yourself more than anybody, and you gotta work at it. It's not just gonna come to you. And so we blew it off, and when my mom passed, I was like, man, forget it, man. Life's too short. I don't know when I'm gonna lose my life or anything. So I just made it. We put it out to my mom. So we made Destined for Greatness, and Destined for Greatness is just a thing to help kids out, man. Just motivate them, like y'all strive and grind. It's just motivating people and just telling them they can do anything in the world is possible through Christ and hard work. It's crazy, little kids coming to you talking about you my hero, and I'm like, man, I'm nobody. I'm just a college athlete just trying to help out, and it just makes me smile when the little kid looks up to me. That's how Destined for Greatness like start building, man. It's just we trying to just inspire kids. Like in the summer, I'm gonna go to schools and talk to kids and stuff. Just to inspire kids and sell shirts, do all that stuff. But the most important thing is just to help out the community. Because when I was younger, I didn't have nobody to motivate me like I could be able to motivate these kids, man. Like this summer, I worked out with the kids, like teenagers from high school and stuff. Like, and people always say, somebody came on to like, Shamarko, you different. Like, how am I different? He said, a lot of NFL players will come out here and just do this for free. I said, man, I'm not different, I'm just regular. Like, I don't take the hype as, I'm in the NFL, I'm this big guy, I'm just all this. I'm just another guy that worked hard and made it. I'm trying to show these kids to make it too. So that's what Destined for Greatness is all about. You know, Coach Chris used to say, strive and persevere. So I took striving is just go for anything you want in life, man. You're gonna have your doubters, you're gonna have people who say everything about you, man. But when you got your mindset set on your goal and your task, nobody can take it from you to strive for your greatness. And grinding is just grinding. My mom used to tell me, you're gonna work hard regardless. Either you're gonna work hard at 9 to 5 at McDonald's or something you love. So you gotta be in your grind 24/7. So strive for the best, man.